back to WRPB Studios. I am Christina Michelle, and today we have the lovely Marlena. She is the owner of Seven Oaks Ranch alongside her husband Daniel. Welcome, Marlena.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. So, Seven Oaks Ranch, what is it? Where is it?
We are located out in Palm City. We are on 10 acres. We have made it into a full working ranch. So we have cattle, we have horses, we have pigs, goats, chickens, ducks. We also have a large garden that we grow produce in. And then we also rent out the space for people to have weddings, birthday parties, and social gatherings.
And how long has Seven Oaks Ranch been open?
We have been open for about a year and a half. We did a soft opening about a year and a half ago. So we're kind of heading into our second year now. And yeah, it's been a little bit of a quiet start, but it's allowed us to kind of, ease into everything. So
And are you on the outskirts of the main city? Like, how rural of the area is it?
we're tucked away in a little neighborhood. So it's right off of I-95 and the turnpike, so it's super easy to get to. But it is on 10 acres, so once you're on the property, you really feel like you're away from, the hustle and bustle. So.
And what was your experience before starting Seven Oaks Ranch?
So I'm culinary trained. So I have a culinary background. I also did a lot of events for our home, for nonprofits, for my kids' schools. And so my husband said, you love doing this so much, you should really like make it a business. And so with a lot of prayer and a lot of time and waiting, we were able to purchase the land and make it a dream. So,
Wow,
yeah.
it sounds like you merged a few different passions that you had all in one place together. And then we
Yes.
add cute animals on top of that. So you said you have cows, ducks, pigs. I think I saw something that said kune or kune pigs. What
They're
are those?
coonies.
Kune.
Yeah, so they are out of New Zealand. They're a slow growing pig. They are super sweet. All of our animals, we think of them as pets. So we raise them with a lot of love and attention, but they do leave our property as we are a breeding facility. So we breed all of our animals. And then, they are bred and they leave on to other homes. Some people keep them as pets as well, but they are great for meat eating. They do serve, both purposes. So.
When you said the kune pig is sweet, I was like, sweet as in personality or flavor? Like, are we getting a sweet
Yeah.
bacon from them, or are they also nice to cuddle
Yes.
with?
Yeah, they are both. So they're great producers of meat, but they are also extremely friendly pigs. So.
So, on average, how many animals do you have that occupy your property on a daily basis?
So right now we have about five female calf, or not calves, female cattle. All of them are pregnant right now, so they're due in the fall, and we have two bulls. And then we don't like to be hoarders of animals, so we try to keep our breeding cycles where we're doing it in sustainable time periods where it's best for the animals and for the babies being born. So right now I have two sows, that's the coonies, and then I have a couple males that were left over from being born the last litter, and we've kept them because they became our pets. So they are, one was bottle fed. His name is Tyson, so he's become like our family. And then we have two boars that we'll use for breeding purposes. So that's really like for our pigs. And then for our goats, we do the same thing. So usually when the babies are born, the babies all go, and we really just keep, the main, animals there for breeding. So like we have four females for our goats, and then we have three males. We kept one of the males that had been born just because he was so beautiful. We knew he would be a great breeder the next time around. So.
And I think you mentioned that you have events at Seven Oaks Ranch. What kind of events do you currently have there?
We've had numerous weddings on the property. We have a lot of birthday parties. We have a really beautiful playhouse on the property. It's a two-story playhouse that was designed by Charm Playhouses up in Canada. And it's air conditioned, so that's, a huge bonus when you're here in South Florida. And so kids really love going in there because downstairs it's like a farm stand and upstairs it's like a tea room. And so we throw tea parties up there. Sometimes people just rent out the whole space and they have their whole party around that whole area, and they'll utilize the animals as kind of a petting zoo. So we do have a lot of children's parties. We've had some social gatherings where people maybe they're just, celebrating, either an older person's birthday party or they just wanted to gather with friends and family.
I think I've been to a farm before that had llamas there, where they allowed us to go on site, and they had something similar. They had a playhouse style setup where you can go in, drink some wine, and then pet the llamas.
Yeah.
So that sounds really fun. Have you ever incorporated any of the farm animals into an event or a wedding? Instead of a ring bearer, you had a cow bearer.
Yeah, we have with our mini horses and sometimes with the mini donkeys, we do take them around on leads. They're the most susceptible to be able to come around all of the other people, and they're pretty well trained on a lead. So we do take them around. They do sometimes enter into people's photography. We do photo shoots with them, so people really do enjoy being with them. The cattle are usually better, seen off from the fence line, just because, they are miniatures, but they are cattle, so we kind of, respect their space. But with the horses and with the donkeys, for sure, we do bring them out for people to enjoy.
I love it. And are customers able to come visit Seven Oaks Ranch? Outside of events, are they able to come visit the farm and purchase any of the produce or any other products that you sell?
So right now what we're doing is we offer what we call our Cottage Pass, and that allows people to come twice a month. No, excuse me, it's 4 times a month. We do 2 Saturdays and 2 Mondays, and they can purchase the pass, come onto the property for 2 hours, and they can play, they can sit around the pond, we have swings that they can swing in, they can interact with the animals, and at that time we do have produce and fresh duck eggs and fresh chicken eggs for sale too.
So I have a serious question to ask you.
Yeah.
If you could only raise one animal, which one would it be out of all of them?
I love all of them. I would say the sweetest animals that we have are probably our donkeys. So the miniature donkeys, they're like dogs. They will follow you all around, and they really just love to be around you. So I would say probably the donkeys, yeah.
And do donkeys make any products? Is there such thing as donkey milk or donkey cheese? Do they make anything like that?
No, they're pretty. I think they're pretty useless as far as that goes. But they're very sweet.
They're good mascots.
But I will take that back. So what they are really good at is protection. So you throw them into any pasture, and they will ward off any kind of predator that will come around. So they are good for that.
So they're good bodyguards.
Yes,
then.
yes.
The reason why I ask if they make milk or if there's cheese to be made from it is because I accidentally bought cheese not too long ago that was called Red Fox cheese. And someone made the mistake of asking me what was in it, and it said it was made with fox milk.
Oh, word.
Needless to say, I could not get myself over the hurdle to try milk cheese from a fox. But I was wondering, I'm like, wow, if we can make fox cheese, can we make donkey cheese? And how do we milk them?
Yeah, I guess it's possible. I've heard people drink camel milk, so maybe,
If it can be milked, where someone's going to try it. So what is unique about Seven Oaks Ranch?
I would say the thing that makes us unique is that, we are a full working farm, but we're very aesthetic. So everything is very clean. It's not like going to a rustic farm where, you have big barrels and, so you're at a farm, but it's more chic. And so everything's very well manicured. So you almost feel kind of like you have an English garden feel, but you have all these farm animals around.
I like it. It's got a farmer's couture vibe from what it sounds like. And I saw that you practice regenerative agriculture methods that are intended to honor their land. And I really like that because I think that in mass agriculture, we don't respect the earth. We are planting our seeds, we're reaping all of the benefits, we're not putting anything back into the ground, we're depleting all the minerals in the soil and things like that. So, can you tell me a little bit more about the methods that you're practicing on Seven Oaks Ranch?
Yeah, so for us, it's not about just, like you said, just planting things and taking from the earth. Everything has to serve a purpose. And so all of the animals that are on the property, they all are part of, you know, the chain. Like our chickens are free range chickens, and they help to clean up after our animals. It's not, a clean job, but they do a useful job. Same thing with our ducks. Our ducks go around and clean up the pastures, but it helps with pest control. So that way we're not having to spray for pests. We're able to keep our gardens organic because we go into the gardens and we pull the pests out manually rather than having to use pesticides. All of our produce is either given to the animals or we're able to sell the produce if it's of the quality that we would want families to be able to enjoy. And then, we also compost. So whatever isn't used goes back into the compost, and then we're able to turn it again and use it once again. We also use our pond to do all of our watering of all of our land. So we're using everything that God gave us right there.
I love it. I heard that you can actually take chicken eggshells and crush them up down to calcium powder and refeed it to the chickens as well.
Yes.
So I think that's really cool. So if customers want to purchase produce from you right now, they can go to your farm, or is there a location that they can go to purchase it?
So right now we're in our summer season. So right now we're getting all of our beds ready for the fall. Come September, October is when our growing season will happen, and we'll start listing on our website and on our social media how people can go ahead and get in contact with us to purchase all of our produce.
Excellent. And can you please go ahead and share with us that website that they can visit you to?
Yes, so it would be the7oaksranch.com.
The7oaksranch.com. Excellent. And what has been the most rewarding experience that you've had so far on this endeavor?
I would say, definitely watching the animals in their breeding. That was super rewarding to see them come to us as babies, watch them grow up, and then have babies of their own. That was very rewarding, but also turning the land from what it was when I purchased it into what it is now. The transformation has been really remarkable.
That's beautiful. And I saw you have a bunch of kids. I think that's amazing. Are any of them actively working on the farm?
They do not.
No.
They are all in university, and then I have one in high school and two in elementary school. They do come when we have festivals, and they will help volunteer with, whether it's the craft station or, dipping candy apples, for children. So they do help out in that capacity, but one is in Atlanta, another one is over in Tampa University, and two down in Miami. So yeah, they stay busy in school.
That's awesome. I think what stands out to me about Seven Oaks Ranch is that it's a good in-between ground. There's so many of us that are maladjusted to the city life that we don't know what it's like to connect to the farm, to understand where our food is coming from. We see it as such a dirty thing. We just don't, because we're so clean. We take our shower every day. We don't really even know what dirt is like. A lot of us live in apartment buildings where we're not gardening. And you kind of have that in between. There's a city vibe, there's a cleaner farming vibe. So you're kind of giving city folk a chance to be introduced to farming in a more modern city way.
Yes.
So I really like that very much. And fresh fruits and vegetables. Before we finish, what are the fresh fruits and vegetables that you are currently planting right now?
So we will have a variety of different lettuces, different kale, rainbow carrots, radishes, edible flowers. We did try with some strawberries. I think those will come out really well next strawberry season. But yeah, we'll have cabbages. We've done really well with our Brussels sprouts. We had a good crop of Brussels sprouts, broccoli, lots of tomatoes. Tomatoes do really well in Florida, so yeah, you can practically close your eyes and those grow. So
I love edible flowers. I had them one time. I made myself like a hot chocolate coconut milk before and ate them, and they were like little purple and yellow ones. They were small and dainty. Like a lot of people don't realize how many flowers are actually edible.
yes,
A lot of ones that look like weeds on the ground are edible. So that's pretty cool. I love
yeah.
it. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience?
Um, I guess I would just say that, it's great to get out to a farm, let your kids know where food comes from. Many kids, if you ask them, where do you get eggs, they'll tell you Publix. And that was really our focus, is being able to have kids learn where food comes from, and to have an appreciation for food. I think if they get to a farm, they learn how to eat better because they're able to really appreciate where food does come from.
Yeah, they gain knowledge and they gain a new respect for the process and the work that it takes to
Yes.
get that food from the farm to a supermarket shelf. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and we're very naive
Absolutely.
and ignorant to it.
Yes.
So I love the work that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right, folks. So that was Marlena. She is the owner of Seven Oaks Ranch. They are on the outskirts of Martin County. I think that they're near a scenic area of St. Lucie River
Yes.
as well. So come check them out if you want to experience their pass, that you can come visit them 4 times a month. You can explore the land, play with the animals, check out their pond, their playhouse, bring the kids by so they can learn about their food. Thank you so much, folks. My name is Christina Michelle. This is WRPB Studios. And one more time for the lovely Marlena, the owner of Seven Oaks Ranch. Thank you, Marlena.
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome.